Different level, man. It's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, in every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks after dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman. He tapped him on his butt and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game. But I think he proved his point.
And a beautiful view of stunning Chicago. Close by Chicago Stadium for a much-anticipated matchup today. Welcome, everyone, to Chicago. This is Kevin Harlan along with me, Clark Kellogg. We've got David Aldridge joining us from the sideline as we get set to watch the Atlanta Hawks go up against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, this should be a beauty.
You know, each of these teams, Kevin, has a guy who is in the running for the league lead in scoring. I'm, of course, talking about two guys that don't need introduction, Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. Going to be a lot of fun watching these guys try to one-up each other offensively.
And Clark, beyond just Jordan and Wilkins, plenty of other talented scorers on each of these teams as well.
Kevin, you make a very good point. I mean, these are two impressive high-octane lineups, which I think could result in this score really getting run up in a hurry.
This should be one to remember. And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Rivers with it. And the pass to Webb. Back to Rivers. Over Jordan. Rebound by the Bulls. You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
You know, I think that was a message-sending foul there. They're not going to allow any easy buckets at the rim.
That free throw missing. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree, the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. About a minute played so far here in the first. Webb the pass to Rivers. Up top, Malone. And Grant sends it back.
One of the better defenders in this game. Grant teeing off on that one.
Down low. And the jam by Bill Cartwright.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
A slow start for Atlanta in this one. 7-point differential. And stolen by Jordan. Puts up a three. Cans it from downtown. Jordan's got 8.
Really smooth shot that time from MJ beyond the arc. Hawks can't afford to let him get it going from the three-point line.
The number one objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Shooting too many blanks in this one to stay close.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. And 12 points for Michael Jordan. All right, Clark, Wilkins and Jordan. A couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. Another three for Chicago.
And, you know, their lead just continues to grow, and it's not just because of their offense. They're getting it done at both ends.
The Hawks trail by 17. Broke loose. Paxson kicks to Jordan. Wants to get it to Grant and does.
Early on, they built this lead on the power of paint point.
And right now, they're just trying to figure out how to snap out of this funk.
Yeah, you know, this is when you really need your leaders to step up and turn up the heat and take over. Boy, listen to this Chicago crowd erupting. What a jam by Michael Jordan.
So it's the Hawks now, searching for their first points of the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
Clark, I know the Bulls are hoping for big things this year after making it all the way to the conference finals a season ago.
You know, I think Chicago proving they can handle teams like... These Hawks could be a really good sign for them as they look to become a more dominant and consistent force in this league.
Here's Webb. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Hawks making a change here. Willis is checked in. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Here's Jordan. Pippen kicks to Jordan. Fires the three. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Jordan's got 20 points.
From the tip, this team has flexed its muscles and shown its dominance.
Atlanta calls timeout.
They've literally been giving points away inside. I know Coach has something to say about that.
Tony, he's checked in for Webb.
Now it's time for your Wobble.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Jordan's gotten all of his three-point attempts here. A perfect 4 for 4. Back to Rivers, trying to get something going. He can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. Credit to these Hawks, Clark, for having a constant postseason presence these last few seasons.
3 straight second-round appearances, and then last year a tough loss in the first round. but I say don't let that fool you. These Hawks are a very competitive team.
They really are. Hey, Clark, something that could be a difference maker in this one is Moses Malone's dominance on the glass.
I agree. I mean, Chicago is going to have to fight extremely hard to beat Malone to rebounds. He's relentless in pursuing them, especially offensive boards. But limiting the Hawks' second chance points, I think, is essential for this Bulls team.
Good observation. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
And Atlanta has possession. Here's Rivers.
Solid defense from Cartwright there, using his size and instincts to stay on top of the shooter. Putting in the effort to get a second chance look. Nice.
Pippen, the pass to Jordan. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Right from the start, they set the tone and were the more dominant team.
And it's the Hawks' ball. Tony kicks to Rivers. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Obviously, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, Clark, both apply great defensive pressure. You know, but the Hawks have some fast hands and some nice defensive skills of their own.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. I mean, you think about Doc Rivers. If the Bulls aren't careful around Rivers, he could create a lot of havoc and force a bunch of turnovers. And in a contest between two very high-scoring teams, we know every possession counts.
Yeah, Rivers is like a coach on the floor.
He really is.
Tony against Paxson. Outside, Willis. Back to Tony. Over Paxson. Just 4 to shoot. And it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. Shot's good by Tony.
Really hard not to see the open teammate right there. Good find by Willis.
Here's Jordan. 27 points for him. And the layup's good off the glass. 29 points for Jordan.
Looking to stretch this lead out even further, going right after his shot.
24 seconds left to play here in the first. Tony against Paxson. It's Tony on the wing. Wilkins outside. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
We're at the end of the first quarter. What a blowout already in this one. It's Chicago opening up a huge gap. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks. And here's Rivers.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA. Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Webb out there with Rivers. Then there's Carr. Then it's Wilkins. And it's Malone in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Jordan gets it to go. Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court strategy.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no denying that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like him. Chemistry between players and head coaches is critical.
Well, you know, you played a long time, and you know how important that connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
Clark, their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yes, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, they've made some outstanding plays, but way too many turnovers as well.
You know, looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Jordan. Pass to Cook. Wilkins against Jordan. A second chance effort. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Moses Malone.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul call.
This is his first free throw of the game. Clark, how do you think the Bulls have done so far in defending Dominique Wilkins?
I think they've done a solid job, quite honestly. I mean, they've taken away the easy looks for him, and they're making him work for every shot. Kevin, that's really all you want to do against a great scorer like Wilkins.
Yeah, make him work for every bucket. That's a good point. Now here's Wilkins. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 6 on the shot clock. Rivers, no good, unable to end this run. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Pippen. Jordan's got 39.
Not surprising at all to see Jordan piling up points, playing with a lot of determination and grit, and insisting on being aggressive looking for his shots.
Now, here is Webb.
I really like this move going to the full court press because it puts some extra pressure on the offense.
And it's blocked. They get it back. Second chance shot. Carr, no good.
And to me, they appear desperate to stop this cold streak right now. So far, nothing has worked. Pretty good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
Smith checked in for Atlanta.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league. With explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too.
Clark, we were talking about size. Both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Koncak and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin. And then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10". So, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
Yeah, it'll be a battle for sure.
And these calls are not easy for the refs to make.
Second team foul.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Shot to stop the run. Smith, terrific swat.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady. You know, their offenses look a little more tied together, more cohesive when compared to the opposition's, which is why they're shooting a better percentage.
So it's the Hawks now. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about, Clark, everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree. They can't seem to stop anything right now.
Yeah, you know, it's starting to bubble over emotionally.
The Hawks again can't hit. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And Kevin, I think that speaks obviously the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
And so it's Atlanta with it after the Bulls pick up 2. Out to the wing. Here's Paxson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
For 2.
Jordan's got his 6th assist on the night. Well, as you can see, when you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
For sure. I mean, playing loose can help you and hurt you. It can cut both ways. I think they've got to tighten it up a little bit here.
Pippen with the wide open look. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Nice shot off the catch there. Pippen shows you a little bit of everything every night.
For the Hawks, Kevin Willis is checked in for Malone. Livingston comes in for Antoine Carr. And it's Tony in for Webb.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, Kevin.
1:58 left here in the second.
Cliff Livingston.
Pass to Tony.
Tony. 2 minutes remaining.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan.
2 minutes.
That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Michael Jordan. 4th personal foul.
Here's Tony.
3rd team foul.
Smith left side. Can they get it? And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, Wilkins gives you a lot of highlights, but this time showing you he can get gritty and get his hands dirty, absorbing the contact and still getting the shot in the air.
Wilkins.
Both free throws good from Wilkins. Jordan against Wilkins. Latrey. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got 6 assists here tonight.
Tell you what, he's going to have a lot more chances to knock down shots if he continues to shoot like that from the three-point line.
Now, here is Tony. Knocked loose and stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show, his whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
A low-key high riser, Kenny the Jet Smith, gets up like very few guards in the league do.
And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Passes it to Pippen from beyond the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 8th assist here tonight.
This is masterful how he's facilitating this offense. He's just tearing the defense apart with all of these well-timed dimes.
Tony the pass to Wilkins. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Smith on the wing. He's defended by Jordan.
Jordan is an aggressive defender now. Excels at getting into his man and making things hard.
Here's Paxson. Back to Jordan. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Hawks ball. Now in the lineup for the Hawks, Doc Rivers.
There's the pass to Tony. Lets it go from deep. Atlanta again missing. Jordan right side. Michael Jordan's presence felt by every fan in attendance.
Throwing up to the rim, Jordan makes it look so easy the way he gets off the floor. But I can tell you, that's harder than it looks.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls, able to put on a show for the 8th. So welcome back, everyone, to the third quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins have been going at it. Now Webb, he's been quiet so far, still no points in the game.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
Jordan is out there with John Paxson. Then there's Cartwright. Then there's Grant. And it's Pippen in at the 3. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Here's Atlanta now. Now, here is Webb. We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch.
Working his way inside for a high percentage look there. Nicely done.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Atlanta ball.
Webb with it. Pass to Malone. Inside. Concat. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Cartwright's got his 7th rebound here tonight. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. Here's Atlanta now. Rivers looking over the floor, and the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Concat. He's guarded by Cartwright. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Webb.
Pretty good defense that time from John Paxson, not being shy about getting up in the shooter's face there.
And the dunk by Grant.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And so here's Atlanta. Stolen by Pippen to the paint. And the slam dunk by Pippen.
Turning defense into offense.
Yep, he had no doubt, did he, Clark? He was going to take it all the way. Pippen's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3.
These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season. Fantastic finish.
Clark, he's made a habit of dunks like that. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Got to give Jordan credit there. I mean, he's got a knack for making tough shots in the paint.
Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
Neely's checked in for Chicago.
6th personal foul.
Looking to hopefully get something to drop for him at the line, missing badly in this game so far. First free throw is good.
And Neely. Shooting for Atlanta. Doc.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Paxson passes to Neely. To the middle. It's Pippen on the wing. Guarded by Malone. Shot clock at 6. Here's Pippen. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
Now, here is Webb. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Rivers gets a wide open look. The Hawks again can't hit.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And the dunk by Grant.
Their offense has really stood out. They're piling up the points and torching this defense.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. Here's Webb after the Bulls pick up 2. Pass to Rivers. It's slammed in by Wilkins.
Tell you what, I think being on the road on enemy turf really increasing Dominique Wilkins' intensity, taking it straight to the rim.
As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level. And Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right.
Boy, Neek gets so much lift on that jump shot, it's really hard for any defender to affect his shot.
Pippen against Rivers. Back to Paxson. Here's Pippen. He's got 12. That one a little long.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Tipped away. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And the Bulls making a change here. Armstrong's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Carr, he's checked in for Koncak. Livingston comes in for Moses Malone. And Smith subbed in for Spud Webb. Paxson with the steal. Got a piece of it. Pippen against Wilkins. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, Pippen gets the bucket and is going to shoot the and one. Excellent concentration there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for your Bulls.
That free throw good from Pippen. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Rivers dishes to Wilkins. Lets it go with the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Wilkins has got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, tremendous vision from Rivers there. You see why he racks up so many assists.
Cartwright gets the bucket.
Keep doing work inside. Close range looks like that will keep your lead safe. Stay on the attack.
Smith against Paxson. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Pippen. Here's Armstrong. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Armstrong's got his first basket of the night. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Defensively,
the Hawks.
Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it. Chicago with the ball. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. We've got Kevin Willis. Tony is out there with Smith. Then there's Antoine Carr. And it's Livingston in at the small forward. And here's Carr. Shoots over Cartwright. Carr, no good.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
A moment now to hear from David Aldridge. David, what do you have?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, before the game, when you ask the Hawks what will drive them, they say payback is a big motivator. Because when these teams met in April of '87, Michael Jordan scored 23 consecutive points in it and ended up with a Bulls single-game scoring record with 61 points. Back to you.
What a night. That sounds like a painful memory, though, Clark, for the Hawks. And they're going to have to deal with it.
You know, sometimes the painful memories like that are really great motivators going forward. They put some extra fuel in your tank of wanting to achieve more, and they keep you focused on pushing forward as you try to take down your opponent.
Yeah, these great players always look for an edge, so that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Exactly.
Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks might increase the defensive pressure on them.
You know, it wouldn't shock me, Kevin, if they did just that. Just make sure somehow, some way, you don't allow him to put together a run.
And the Hawks making a change here. Koncak's checked in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Fourth personal foul.
And that one falls for Tony.
Shooting for Atlanta, Cedric Tony.
And so he makes both from the line. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter.
You know, something I like about both of these teams, the Bulls and the Hawks, is the experience they have, the range of experience. I mean, you've got younger guys like John Koncak and Horace Grant, and then you've got the seasoned veterans like Moses and Bill Cartwright. It's a really good balance. You know, I admit there is a little bit of a gray area when it comes to setting screens, but that one was pretty clear-cut to me.
Atlanta with the ball. Passes to Livingston. Here's Koncak. The Hawks working the ball around. To the inside. Willis. And it's Willis finishing it off.
What a powerful move that was right off the screen.
Yeah, they set him up well there. Clark, I've always wondered how valuable you think it is for younger players to get a chance to play alongside more experienced players.
Kevin, I think it's crucial and absolutely vital. Older guys have a way of being able to teach a young star so much about patience and which battles you fight and which ones you let go and how you carry yourself as a pro and all of the nuances of playing in the NBA. Good veterans can help young players set the tone for the rest of their careers.
Oh, that's a great answer. Smith, no good. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Shot clock at 5. He takes it in, and the slam dunk by Pippen.
Oh, I love when Pippen attacks the rim. Nobody better at throwing it down with a fearless, take some of this attitude.
Now Tony. Smith outside. The pass to Livingston. Armstrong against Smith. That's tipped. In transition, here come the Bulls. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now, here's Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. Over to the left wing. Armstrong kicks to Pippen. And the Bulls another 3.
Cool, calm, and collected. Pippen staying in the moment and beating the shot clock.
Atlanta with the ball.
Foul. B.J. Armstrong. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Smith with it. It's stolen.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Here's Pippen. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the Hawks making a change here. Carr's checked in.
Antoine Carr.
Smith kicks to Tony. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Goes back up. And the rejection by Pippen. And here's Paxson. Pass to Grant. Back to Paxson. Down low. Shot's good by Pippen. 25 points here for Scottie Pippen.
You know, once he finds his rhythm, gets into a groove, he just needs to stay aggressive, and that's exactly what he's doing, making himself dangerous on offense.
Here's Livingston. They can't stop the run with that one.
You know, he looked uncomfortable there, making plays at the rim, not his strength.
1:06 left here in the fourth quarter. To the middle, here's Grant. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
I've always liked the feel for the game that Scottie Pippen has. He's a dynamic passer, folks.
Back to Smith. Kicks to Tony. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Pippen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Pippen's so creative at drawing fouls. Just baits the defenders in the foul line so he can get to the line.
At the line for your Bulls.
Free throw good from Pippen.
At the line for 2.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Livingston. Passes it to Willis. Tony with it. 5 on the clock. Now the pass to Carr. They get it back. And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond just the 2 stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Think about the most complete basketball player, Michael Jordan was it. That year we won 56, 57, 58 games, something like that. We were really good. If you were going to beat us, you had to do something special. And I knew what we were up against in him. You knew it was going to be a daunting task. You're going to play your best basketball. And he's just not going to have an off game. And you're trying to make sure you manage everyone else. And hopefully he has a few misses here or there. They were struggling. And so Michael, I vividly remember one play, he came off of a screen, and he was really supposed to kick the ball to the corner, but he turned the corner, he went to the basket. And I was like, oh, okay. And he took it upon himself to score. Went to overtime, and he was just unstoppable. And he scored, you know, obviously 69 points. He had almost 20 rebounds. So it was remarkable to watch that and to be a part of that, because we had done everything right. And even defending him, we were getting into him, and he was taking tough shots. He was just making them. Michael Jordan took what they did to the next level because of his explosiveness, his swag, his demeanor, and ultimately his success.
Welcome, everyone, to Richfield, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavaliers. With Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg and our reporter David Aldrich, this is Kevin Harlan. Cleveland hosting Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. It's a key game in the Eastern Conference playoff race. And Mike, this Cavs-Bulls matchup, it's turned into quite a rivalry.
There are many people looking forward to this matchup. Chicago has eliminated Cleveland in each of the last 2 years, both times in a deciding Game 5 of the first round. They know each other so well. No love lost between them.
None at all. And in terms of familiarity, this is the 26th matchup, Clark, between these teams over the last 3 years. That's a lot of battles. And there are no secrets, are there?
None at all, partner. You think the Bulls and Cavs could call each other's plays out. That's how well they know each other. Tonight, I think it comes down to execution at both ends. Of course, Chicago has an X factor and a significant edge when it comes to Michael Jordan.
Now, let's give you the starting fives. For Chicago in the backcourt, John Paxson running the point. And at the 2, it's the former MVP, Michael Jordan. A defensive stopper. Scottie Pippen is the small forward. Horace Grant at the power forward spot.
Craig Elo.
And at center, the big man, 7'1", Bill Cartwright. And introducing the Cleveland starter. Sharp-shooting Mark Price is at the 1. And the defensive specialist, Craig Elo, joins him in the backcourt.
3 points.
The forwards, rookie third-round pick Winston Bennett at 3. With the experienced Larry Nance playing power forward. And finally, the two-time All-Star, Brad Daugherty, is the center.
So far this year, in the first 3 meetings between Chicago and Cleveland, all Bulls wins. Michael Jordan is averaging 44 points per game against the Cavs, shooting 55%. MJ is the last guy Cleveland wants to see.
And trying to break loose. It's deflected. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Jordan with the ball. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Cleveland fans looking nervous as Jordan is finding his groove early on.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Cleveland with the ball. 8-point game. And Clark, to be fair, Michael Jordan might be the last guy any team in this NBA wants to face.
Well, you won't get any disagreement from me, Kevin. I mean, he's on his way to his 4th straight scoring title, and Jordan is, in fact, the show in the NBA right now, guys.
He is indeed. B.J. Armstrong's checked in for John Paxson.
Now into the lineup for the Bulls, B.J. Armstrong.
Nance against Grant. Nance passes to Bennett. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Price, and just miss after miss right now. Well, Mike, at breakfast, we were opening up the papers here in Cleveland, the front page of the sports section, an article about the Cavs' Craig Elo trying to guard Michael Jordan.
You just know Michael read that article like we did.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Michael Jordan at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe.
Free throw shooting is a skill, and this guy absolutely has it.
It's been a slow start here for Cleveland.
Timeout, Cleveland.
Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Well, Michael Jordan on a historic pace. And for more, here's David Aldrich.
Thanks very much. Michael Jordan is well on his way to a 4th straight scoring title. With 14 games left, including tonight, Jordan's averaging more than 33 points per game, giving him a more than 2-point lead over Utah's Karl Malone. The only other player to lead the league 4 straight seasons, the great Wilt Chamberlain.
B.J. Armstrong.
Back to you, Kevin.
First personal
That's some
foul.
good history right there,
Second
David. Thank you.
foul.
MJ is a special player. He's a great scorer. Mike, look at his game. Tell me why.
2 shots.
This might not be the first thing you think of, but his conditioning has a lot to do with it. MJ just never gets tired. He can carry a team.
I've never seen anything like it. The best three-point shooting team in the NBA, Clark, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Leading the league at 41%. They also are number 1 in attempts and in three-point shots made.
And you know, Kevin, the injury to Brad Daugherty, I think, forced Cleveland into becoming a more focused team from the three-point line. Guys like Price and Craig Elo, Steve Kerr, all shooting it well. That's Mark Price, for those wondering.
That's right. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Talking to Coach Lenny Wilkins in terms of defending Michael Jordan, Cleveland is looking to start the game with Winston Bennett on MJ.
And then they'd like to end it, Coach, with Craig Elo guarding him. The idea behind that, to me, is start Bennett on him, and then hopefully Craig Elo is fresh down the stretch. And now they're just one foul away from being in the bonus.
I expect to see them attacking more now, trying to get the defense to give up that next foul.
Now, here's Price. Kept alive. Grant gets a handout.
Great defense from the big man there. Grant positioning himself perfectly to get the block.
The shot's good from Jordan.
Listen, you either double Jordan now or you're going to pay for it later.
Here's Price. Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for him.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
Here's Elo, and Jordan sends it back. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
We've seen Jordan go to work on his three-point shooting, and the improvement very evident here tonight.
These two teams met in Chicago 5 days ago. The Bulls winning 102-95. MJ with 41 points on 32 shot attempts. Horace Grant had a double-double.
And you know, Coach, Scottie Pippen chipped in with 9 assists as well. Mark Price was excellent for the Cavs in the losing effort. 25 points, 8 dimes. I think the Cavs are going to need more from everybody else tonight.
Williams is checked in for Bennett.
John Williams.
And here's Price. He brings it up for Cleveland, trailing by 19. And there's the pass to Elo. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Grant up top. He's guarded by Williams. And 3 from Jordan. Another 3 for Chicago.
Training threes left and right, making it rain from behind the arc.
Nothing the D is doing has worked, which is why they are going to continue gunning from outside the arc.
Now here's Price. Nance outside. Elo outside. There's the drive. On the wing, Williams. Just 3 to shoot. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
For the Bulls tonight, it's slim pickings at the guard position. Craig Hodges, Michael Jordan's backup, is out tonight.
So that leaves Michael Jordan, John Paxson, B.J. Armstrong in the backcourt for the Bulls. That's it. Putting even more pressure on Jordan. And my guess is he's going to rise to the challenge like he does most of the time.
That free throw good from Pippen.
Points, assists, rebounds, defense. Scottie Pippen. Pippen gives your team all of that. Every team in the league wants a guy like him.
Now here's Elo. No points in the game yet for him. Nance outside. Passes it to Price. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Bulls ball.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
Smooth sailing for Chicago. From deep, Jordan, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
Again and again, round and round we go. This guy is knocking down those triples.
Beyond the points, he also provides spacing to this offense.
You know, over the last 3 seasons now, this is the 26th meeting between the Bulls and Cavs, so there is nothing that either team is not familiar with about the other. They know each other quite well.
Yeah, so adjustments will be key. The game plan should be known, so those little tweaks in the game are huge.
Price on the mark with the 15-footer.
Stepping in from the line for Price, a 15, 18-footer is basically a layup.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Jordan. He gets it in there.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 29.
Boy, they didn't waste any time, did they? They got going right away.
They obviously had a plan coming in, and they've put it to good use.
Here's Price. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
Nice control on the shot by Price. The pull-up is a good tool to have in your arsenal.
And 3 from Jordan. Another 3
Michael
for
Jordan.
Chicago.
Well, they had a plan coming into this one, and they have executed on it perfectly.
Yeah, getting out ahead early on by stifling the competition on both ends of the...
And so it's Chicago, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Richfield, Ohio, just a bit south of Cleveland, home of the Cavs. Kevin Harlan, Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge here. We're set for the start of the second quarter between the Cavs and Bulls. It's a big matchup in the Central Division.
Opening night for both of these teams in Chicago, Michael Jordan went off for 54 points. An overtime win for the Bulls.
The headline of the Cleveland Sports page, Mission Impossible. Elo to try to ground Air Jordan. For more, let's go to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, you can bet that Michael Jordan read that as well. He's quoted in the article as saying, Craig Elo is a very good defender, and I accept him as a challenge. Now, the backstory, of course, is that Elo was a minor league player just 3 years ago. Now, he signed a new contract here in Cleveland, and his defense was a big reason why. But you know Jordan's going to bring something extra tonight. Kevin?
He always does, David. Thank you for that. Mike, the Cavs coaches probably wish they ran that story on another day.
I mean, did they have to run that article today? Let's be clear. As good as Elo is, no one is stopping Michael Jordan when he's on. Sorry, Craig.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Pippen is out there with Grant. And there's Cartwright. There's P.J. Armstrong. And it's Jordan in at the 2. Doherty dishes to Elo. That's good, and it's Doherty with the assist. Elo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Clark, that 54-point outburst for Michael, a season high for the all-world guard.
For 3.
Kevin seems like he just has the Cavs number. I mean, he also had those 41 points 5 days ago against Cleveland. MJ slept real well last night in anticipation of this one.
He must have. Boy, he gets ready to play him, doesn't he?
Yep.
Back to Price. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
He was just a bit out of position on the screen. He tried to make up for it, but he got caught.
Always a tricky play to call, but the refs were right on it. The first-year head coach of the Bulls, 44-year-old Phil Jackson, the last 2 seasons, Jackson was an assistant under former Bulls coach Doug Collins. While Jackson was a head coach in Puerto Rico, this is Phil's first NBA head coaching job.
And here's Price. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Here's Jordan. Buries it down low.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 42 in the game.
They're not just on fire. Nothing is getting in their way on offense.
It's practically supernatural. The defense is trying everything.
And Bulls coach Phil Jackson, a great player back in the day, you may recall, Clark, with the New York Knicks.
Yeah, he was on championship teams in 1970 and 73 with the Knicks. And he's a player's coach. He's known to be laid back, but it'll be interesting to see if he can take this Bulls team to the next level.
My guess is he can. What do you think?
I would agree.
An excellent job by the Bulls, Clark, so far on defense. They've limited the Cavs' three-point shooting game.
With Jordan and Pippen defending the perimeter, hard to get good looks. The Bulls are not an easy team to knock down threes on.
Not at all. Now, here's Price. He's got 6. Oh, Nance in position. Jordan against Williams. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 44.
And, you know, they aren't showing any signs of easing up. Their offense looks superb right now.
They can't get careless with the lead. And so far, this hasn't been the case.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. And here's Price. Over Armstrong. Ball's knocked loose. Jordy, no luck.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Michael Jordan has had such great success, Mike, against this Cleveland franchise, hasn't he?
3 points.
The shot last year on this floor, 54 points opening night in Chicago. MJ loves playing the Cavs.
He does indeed. So Jordan now approaching the 54-point mark he posted against the Cavs earlier this season.
Really insisting on getting to the rim, even against great opposition.
Sometimes willpower is better than manpower. He just wanted it more.
2 minutes
On the wing, Williams.
2 minutes.
And they get it. It's hauled in by the Bulls. 1:52 left in the first half. And 3 from Jordan. Michael Jordan showing greatness, just a basket away from the 54-point total he posted against Cleveland earlier this season. Price against Armstrong. Bounce pass, Price. Inside. Williams finds Price. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The Cavs shocking the NBA with a huge trade back in November, trading their leading scorer, one of the best 2 guards in the league, Ron Harper, and a first-round pick to the Clippers, and got 2 young players back.
Brown is checked in for Larry Nance. Mike, for the Cavs, the trade has been a catastrophe so far.
You lose Harper, who was averaging 22 a game. The 2 players you get back, one has already been cut. The other, playing Pro Bowl in Italy. So you don't replace Harper's production at all.
Not at all. Elo the pass to Price. Drills the three-pointer. Price has got 11.
Getting the shot off in seconds. Price gets the ball and goes up before the defense can really get on him.
Off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Kerr's checked in. Here's Jordan. That shot off. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Pass to Elo. And it's denied. And here we go. The Bulls running again. From deep, Jordan sinks the triple.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 57 points.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Bulls foul. B.J. Armstrong.
Cavaliers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Team foul.
The free throw drops for Kerr.
Hey, one of the deadliest three-point shooters in the game. Kerr knows his team depends on him to stretch the defense, and he provides just that.
Now the Bulls with it. Here's Jordan. And Jordan throws it down.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Kerr dishes to Elo. Pass to Williams. Brown outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Elo. That 3 off the mark. And here's Jordan out a regular season record. Michael Jordan has 62. Now just 1 away from his career high. From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Chicago. All right, right, here we go. The second half start from Northeast Ohio with Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and DA. This is Kevin Harlan. It's the Cavs and Bulls, a huge game in the Eastern Conference playoff picture. Thus far, another monster game for Michael Jordan against Cleveland. You know, Mike, he just owns the Cavaliers, doesn't he?
Well, the newspaper editor didn't do Cleveland any favors by running that article. Jordan making a point tonight, no one can guard me.
Very clear. Jordy out there with Nance. Then there's Bennett. Then there's Elo. And it's Price in at the 1. They're the group for Lenny Wilkins starting the second half. From deep, Jordan, another three for Chicago.
How do you expand the lead? Increase it. It takes good play on both ends.
Yeah, it's not just about buckets, not just about stops. You need both.
And so Price will bring it up for the Cavaliers. The pass to Bennett. It's deflected.
The length of Cartwright, 7'1", disruptive.
And looking at Michael Jordan, now at 67 points, has now set this building's scoring record. Absolutely outstanding. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Grant kicks to Jordan. From past the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. Jordan's got 8 points in the quarter.
Coming out of halftime, they're on an absolute tear.
And I don't know what was said in that locker room, but it's working.
Coach Fratello, a chance here to stop the bleeding.
They need to do something to put an end to this run.
Bennett inside, Pippen on him, and Cleveland turns it over again. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Puts up a three. Poked away, and they recover it. Pass to Jordan. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
It is great to see Brad Daugherty out there. Earlier in the season, Brad had ankle surgery, and he still is. And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Clark, their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yes, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, they've made some outstanding plays, but way too many turnovers as well.
Shot by Bennett, no good.
And to me, they appear desperate to stop this cold streak right now. So far, nothing is working.
You can see the frustration is mounting, and because of this, their offense has been sputtering.
You know, I don't care what your lead is or how many points you're up. I think you should always be looking to add to it. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive move right at the rim, driving another nail into that coffin.
Elo outside. Back to Price. Nance outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Bennett kicks to Price. And another miss by Cleveland. Here's Chicago. A nice run going 12 in a row. And here's Jordan outside. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
Jordan's got 15 points here in the second half.
Michael Jordan won the MVP in 1988. Finished second in voting last year to Magic Johnson. I think he's in the conversation again. MJ leads the league in scoring. The Bulls with the second best record in the East.
They get a hand on it. Jordan with the steal. Three-pointer. And the Bulls another three.
Well, they have been raining threes here in the second half.
And when a team is locked in like this from outside, they become hard to beat.
Things just haven't come together, Mike, for them in these last couple possessions.
I think they need to slow down and wait for the right shot, a high percentage shot.
5 to shoot. Nance outside. Here's Daugherty. That's tipped. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Boy, really good vision, very unselfish. That's why you run offense through Scottie Pippen.
And the Cavaliers with possession here.
2 minutes.
Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Hey, Clark, in the MVP race, it feels like it's Magic Johnson against Michael Jordan. What do you think?
I agree, and you take a look at Magic. He's your pick if passing is what you favor. Over 11 assists per game. Johnson's Lakers have the NBA's best record as well, 51-17. MJ clearly has the scoring edge, 33 points a game. Plus, he's a first-team all-defense guy. I think it's another hard choice for the voters.
You and I vote it is going to be difficult.
Hard, no question.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
You have to admire Elo's skill as a shooter. I'm sure it took a lot of hard work and practice to get his efficiency to be this good.
So, Mike Fratello, this Cavs-Bulls matchup, it has really turned into a terrific rivalry.
Well, the Bulls keep knocking the Cavs out in the playoffs. Division rivals play each other 6 times during the regular season, so they see each other a ton.
Very good point. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter. Armstrong kicks to Jordan. From the arc, another three for Chicago.
They can't miss on an absolute tear.
This is a thing of beauty. Perfect offensive basketball.
Stolen away. And he makes good on the layup.
Nicely done by Armstrong there. Recognized the overcommitment from the defense. Got his teammate a nice opportunity.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Knocks it loose. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. A nice shot by Jordan.
Their offensive efficiency has been even better here in the second.
Yeah, just continuing to dial it in on that end and focusing on making good shot selections.
Oh, Coach, you look at all the turnovers. What a way to drive your coach crazy. I know it would drive you crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute it.
Williams passes to Elo. Just 5 on the clock. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The feed to Grant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. And so Price will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. And the dunk by Grant.
Totally in sync on that play. Grant gets up there at just the right time for the alley-oop setup pass.
Price outside. Misses. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. A sensational night for him continues as he cranks his three-point. All right, we've made it to the fourth quarter. Kevin, Mike, Clark, and D.A. with you. Yet another matchup between the Cavs and the Bulls. These two know each other so well.
Well, when you talk about Craig Elo, what a story this guy is. Was cut from the NBA, playing in a minor professional league, got a 10-day contract with Cleveland 3 years ago to replace Mark Price, who had appendicitis. Elo has stuck since then in the league.
Taking a look at the Bulls, Grant is out there with Pippen. Then there's Armstrong. Then it's Cartwright, and it's Jordan in a 2-guard.
Great play that time, finishing at the rack.
Always nice to be handed 2 points.
And for Elo, making it in the NBA, Clark, he just got rewarded.
And really cool to see. I mean, recently signing a new big contract. He's a fantastic three-point shooter, and he's one of the better defenders at the 2-guard spot in the league. And he's got a really good work ethic and sets a great example for his teammates.
Well said. Now, here's Hardy. Defense right on him. 6 to shoot. Here's Bennett. And the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
Well, we've been tracking the scoring of Michael Jordan. And, Coach, no surprise. He has been dynamite.
Did they have to run that story today about Elo guarding Jordan? I think the article poked the bear, as if Jordan needed anything else to motivate him.
Isn't that the truth? My goodness.
You are asking for trouble if you're going to allow that kind of shooter that kind of a good look. You can't let that happen.
Let's face it, they have not done a good job staying attached to shooters. And it shows in the score.
And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Great awareness to stop and pop from three. The defense was back, and he smartly took the shot from distance.
Hardy passes to Bennett. He feeds it to Brown. They need this.
You know, the way his shot went so wide, pretty obvious he got fouled.
Oh, yeah, plenty of contact there.
Clark, the Bulls have done a great job against the Cavs' three-point shooting game. Nice D from Chicago.
Well, I think it starts with Michael Jordan. I mean, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year. Plus, you add Scottie Pippen, excellent defensively in his own right. And that duo can turn your water off with their perimeter defense.
Yes, they can. That free throw good from Brown. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The shot by Rollins, no good.
And this is how you defend a player like him. Nice job contesting without fouling.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Jordan. Over Kerr. Another one falls for Chicago.
And it makes sense why they keep running the offense through him, proving how efficient he is.
Kicks it out to Kerr. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Horace Grant.
Hey, we talk an awful lot about the scoring of Michael Jordan, and for good reason, but in these fourth quarters, the defense of MJ is significant as well. The Defensive Player of the Year in 1988. Jordan is a bad man on that end, too.
Jordan. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Grant's got 6 assists here tonight.
Boy, are they locked in on offense, knocking down every shot right now.
And the other team has to step it up on defense. No excuse letting them torch you like this.
Armstrong kicks to Jordan. From downtown, and the Bulls, another 3.
It's been a barrage of threes here in this last quarter, pouring it on from deep.
They were saving their best shooting for last, hitting 3 after 3.
You know, Mike, the defense that Michael Jordan shows on the floor, it does change the game, doesn't it?
Michael is second in the league in steals. His combination of athleticism plus competitiveness make him a fantastic defender. Also, this guy just never gets tired.
No, he does not. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, it's really hard to come back if you can't get stops. You've got to figure out a way to stop the bleeding if you're going to come back.
And he looked very comfortable on that one. Not a lot of resistance.
The turnaround jumper.
Michael Jordan.
As they keep expanding this lead, keep feeding him the ball.
He's having a great shooting night, so yeah, I'd say getting him the rock is a great game plan.
Hardy passes to Bennett. Now here's Hardy. Clock at 6. To stop the run. Knocked away. Kerr against Armstrong. He kicks to Jordan. Launches it. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
3 points.
Grant's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
His three-point mechanics, flawless. Get him a clean look from deep, and he's knocking it down.
2 minutes.
Here's Kerr for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Kerr's got 5 points in the quarter.
Can't forget about Kerr in these situations. He loves answering with a 3 of his own.
Grant the pass to Armstrong. Launches a 3, and the Bulls another 3.
This is exactly the type of competitor that he is. He's not backing down. He's not shying away. Coming right back at him with the 3 of his own.
They're going at it right now. This is the level of competition the fans love to see.
Hardy passes to Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
Dunking, no problem for him.
A high riser for sure.
And he looks to stuff it.
Outside Jordan. Tries from the block, and that one is good.
Keep doing work inside. Close range looks like that will keep your lead safe. Stay on the attack.
I agree. The defense has to shut the door on those kinds of shots if they want to turn this around.
Hardy passes to Bennett. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now here's Hardy. He's covered by Armstrong.
That's a long way out there, but you know it's a shot he knows he can make.
Fearless and deadly.
Step back shot. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And with this last run, they have shut the door on any chance of a comeback.
Shut the door, turned off the lights, and locked it up. Fantastic run for them to end the game.
Kerr, the pass to Hardy. 26 seconds left in the fourth. Chicago grabs the miss. Jordan inside, defended by Kerr. That one goes. Count it.
A steady point guard and a good distributor. Armstrong knows how to make sure his teammates share in the wealth.
Here's Hardy. No good. And the Bulls with another win over Cleveland. Coach Chicago is 4-0 against the Cavs this season.
We'd like to thank
They've got one more meeting in 2 weeks to finish the season series. But guys, this is total domination by Chicago.
And Clark, tonight, a Bulls win and a brutal loss for the Cavs in this playoff race.
Definitely, Kevin. I mean, they're a full game out now. Still, Cleveland does have